Talking as he talked. Now picture this scene. Christ is in the wilderness being tempted by Satan. And Satan says, hey, you think you're God? Well, turn the stone into bread. Show us that you're God. Well, how did Christ respond to this? Christ said, as it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Again, Satan says, oh, you still think you're God? Well, cast yourself down off the pinnacle of the temple, and the angels, they'll catch you, they'll take care of you. How did Christ respond to this? Christ again said, as it is written. The same thing happened the third time. And again, Christ responded, as it is written. And if 1 Peter 2, verse 21 is correct, that Christ is setting us an example that we should follow in his steps, then we should do the same thing when we are tempted. When Christ was tempted, he quoted the Bible and used it as his power and source of strength to show us what we should do. I want to explain to you the importance of memorizing the Bible. Not only because the Bible commands us to do it, but because it will significantly help us in our walk with Christ and our fight against Satan. Bible memorization is lacking significantly. According to the Christian World Encyclopedia, there are 33,000 Protestant denominations in the world. 33,000. If that's not an indication that there are a few disputes over some unnecessary issues, I'm not sure what is. According to Barna.org, 9 out of 10 parents believe that it is their job to teach their children about the Bible and about religion. But the majority of parents rely on their church to do this for them. We need to see that this is our problem, or more specifically, your and my problem. The Bible commands scripture memorization and commands us to have an answer ready for the hope that is in us, as 1 Peter 3, verse 15 says. The Bible also commands parents to teach their children in Deuteronomy 6, verse 7, and in Proverbs 22, verse 6. The purpose, of course, for understanding the Bible is to keep us from sin, as is stated in Psalm 119, verse 11. But Joshua 1, verse 8 also says that in understanding the Bible and in following it, we'll become prosperous and successful. Now, I'm not going to talk to you on how we can become prosperous and successful in life, but the greatest benefit is what I'm going to share with you, and that is in becoming closer with Christ. Our relationship with Christ is more important than our success in this world. Jesus gives 273 commands in the Bible on Christian behavior. 273. How are we supposed to know what these commands say, or how we're supposed to follow them if we don't understand or memorize this Bible? Scripture is God talking to us or with us in prayer. The more we understand about God and the more we memorize the Bible, the closer we become. The more you understand about someone else, one of your friends, the more things you find that you enjoy discussing, the closer you become with them. The same thing is with understanding more about God. So how exactly do we get the Word in our hearts? Well, the best way is to start with just a few verses a week. As the old saying goes, it's a cinch by the inch, but it's hard by the yard. This carries on with verses too. The second, probably most beneficial thing, is to carry the verses wherever you go. I passed around a couple old checkbook covers. You can just use note cards and you can put them in there and put it in your pocket. That's probably one of the easiest ways, and then you can go over them frequently wherever you are. Whether you're in the car or taking a walk, then you can just frequently review them and they'll stay in your head. Repetition is the best tool for memorization. But also a very important key, which most people don't have, is an accountability partner that makes sure that you are staying on track with your goals on memorizing the Bible. That just talks with you maybe once a week and says, hey, how are you doing? It's really important to have someone there to back you up and to keep you accountable. But also, what is also important and not frequently done is meditate upon every verse that you memorize so that you understand what it means for you, so that you don't just memorize a verse and then go on to the next thing, but so that you get something out of the verse. You meditate on it. Don't just memorize it and then put it away. Scripture memory is important because the Bible commands it and because it will significantly help us in our walk with Christ. But our memorization may not only help us, but it will also help others. One of the most rewarding things in life is when God uses you or your knowledge of Scripture to benefit someone else's spiritual life.